Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to A Different Opinion. Today we're going to be looking at, on Twitter at the moment, what they're doing is they're actually rolling out a feature called government funded media, right? So if you go onto a page of like certain media companies, you'll see like this CBC, government funded media, right? 69% government funded media, blah, blah, blah. It's actually hilarious because the Radio New Zealand as well, they said, we're not government funded, even though they get money from the government. A lot of these companies, the ABC here in Australia, etc., it's literally government funded as well. This is what I don't understand, why they're getting so annoyed that Twitter is actually just pointing out the truth. And it's good to see that people can actually look at a page, see that this is actually government funded or getting some sort of government funding. So at least they have to adhere to some government things because there's being an investment from a government. So at least you can kind of make your mind up, should I trust this news agency? Should I trust this media? Probably not. Now have a listen to what Justin Trudeau said about CBC being labeled government-funded media. And let's just have a look at the evidence here, right? So the Liberal Party of Canada support the CBC. Canada wouldn't be the same without the CBC. That's why Justin Trudeau and the Liberals invested $675 million in funding to revitalize the CBC. Now have a listen to this Minister of Parliament over there in Canada.
That should not be controversial. Water is wet, Saskatchewan is cold in the winter, and the CBC is funded by the government. None of that should freak anybody out. But in Liberal Ottawa, pearls are being clutched and outrage manufactured, all because, for greater transparency, Twitter applied the government-funded media tag to the CBC's account. Liberal MPs are calling it nonsense, an unwarranted attack, even a threat to democracy. What don't they understand? The CBC was created by government, it gets over $1 billion a year from government, and the government appoints the board that controls it. But it's no wonder why Liberals are reacting this way. They love the CBC because they get so much benefit from it. The CBC sued the Conservative Party in the middle of an election. Its CEO openly attacked the Conservative leader, and it eagerly carries Liberal messages.
Yeah, well, I mean, literally, if one company is funded by the government, the current government in power then will control what they say. So really, no one should take the CBC seriously. Now, this is what Trudeau had to say about it.
I think it says a lot about the Conservative Party of Canada.
I can't take this guy seriously.
They're choosing to constantly attack independent media organizations, journalists who are working hard to keep Canadians informed and support our democracies. CBC Radio-Canada serves right across the country, delivers local news and local content in many regions of the country that, yes, has been challenged over the past years, but the idea of adding to that challenges and laying on by attacking this Canadian institution, attacking the culture and local content that is so important.
I've heard enough. Seriously, attacking. You're not being attacked, Justin Trudeau. They're pointing out the fact that the government funds them. That's all that he's pointing out. He's not saying, don't listen to this media. They're saying, this is actually being funded by the government. So make your own mind up, all right? Stop acting like it's something more than that. This is just... Every time you hear something from him, it's him crying about something, seriously. CBC pausing Twitter after government-funded media label. I'm glad. I hope they stop it. I hope they stop their account. So this is Radio New Zealand, right? So they're trying to say that, look, we're not government-funded, blah, 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 blah. See, they can see here where the government may have varying degrees of government involvement over editorial content. They're trying to say, not only is our editorial independence protected by the law, we guard it vigorously. Over the next few days, we will considering our options, including taking to Twitter to have the label removed or revised, or as other public media around the world have done, leave the platform. Please do, Radio New Zealand. These are the only comments, look, that Radio New Zealand gets. So this is government funding, right? So independent stuff, Radio New Zealand, $3.8 million. That seems pretty government funded to me. Also, you've twisted how Twitter actually defines government-funded media. Twitter defines government-funded media as outlets where the government provides some or all of the outlet's funding and may have varying degrees of government involvement over editorial content. The label does not say anything about editorial independence. It states that you have government-funded, which you are. So what's the problem? Very good question. PIJF recipients are also specifically instructed to support Labour's interpretation of the treaty partnership. That's not editorial independence. So this is in New Zealand. You're government funded. You frequently sound like the government comms team. Have you ever asked one critical question about the vaccine? Blah, blah, blah. So yet again, people, if you ever look at these Twitter pages, people just call them out all the time. There's no one that is saying anything positive about Radio New Zealand, saying, we support you, we agree with you. No, everyone is just ripping them and saying, you're liars. So the ABC has hit back at Twitter, updated public broadcaster's social media page, including to tag government-funded media. They quickly attempted to correct the mistake after the update appeared involuntarily on the ABC News account on Monday. FYI, the ABC is public-funded broadcaster. What a lie! Governed by the ABC Charter, which is enshrined in legislation, the account tweeted, for more than 90 years, the ABC has always been and remained as independent media organization free from political commercial interests. That is just the biggest lie. They are definitely government funded. If the money is coming from government coffers, then it's government funded. It really should be called state-run outlet, as it is controlled by the Labour Party. Public funded is government funded. How about just say taxpayer funded? It is. ABC definitely 100%. Maybe not 100% they're government funded, but a lot of their money does come from the government. Enough said. This is a known fact. Everyone knows it. Anyway, I'll finish it there. I'm just very happy that Elon Musk is doing this type of stuff, calling them out, making them rethink what we should put on our Twitter. And look, I'll be very happy that a lot of them can leave Twitter, because there's enough media outlets out there that will put the news out there and don't care about it. They'll just try keep putting the news out. And hopefully it makes them better at the same time. I'll end it there. Hopefully you liked the video. Leave a like if you did. Please comment. Let me know what you think about this. Him running out the government funded label. Do you think it's a good idea? Also, subscribe if you do want to see future videos. Thank you for watching.